It's got to be someone I knew. It's got to be someone that I worked with, but I'll be darned if I can tell you who it is.
I understand you completely.
These really cutting-edge technologies are very ambiguous. They can be interpreted in several ways.
The fascination of the faces on Mars for me, and my fascination with Richard Hoagland, who's been the big mover and shaker in all of that. Why wouldn't I be able to remember who directed it? I can't bring a picture to my mind of who it was. And mind you, it's got to be someone I knew. It's got to be someone that I worked with, but I'll be darned if I can tell you who it is.
I understand you completely.
In my fascination with Richard Hoagland, who's been the big mover and shaker in all of that.
But even those documents, when it comes to the actual technologies that they were involved in, these really cutting-edge technologies, are very ambiguous. They can be interpreted in several ways. Now, I think in part it's because the good stuff has not been released yet, or it hasn't even been found yet.
Right.
There are mysterious deaths associated with some of this documentation.
What you're telling me is something I didn't know, that we had photos that no one has ever seen. I mean, I just assumed, like Lee Shackleford did, that we got them from Hoagland, we got them from NASA, and there you are. I mean, one of them's going to say, yeah, those are ours.
Accessing data. Affirmative.
Which are our pictures.
The fascination of the faces on Mars for me, and my fascination with Richard Hoagland, who's been the big mover and shaker in all of that. We got them from Hoagland, we got them from NASA, and there you are. I mean, one of them's going to say, yeah, those are ours. This host set was done in a lodge in Salt Lake. I'm trying to remember what kind of lodge it was, but it had some really weird, it had some pyramid stuff in it and some globes and some different things that we were able to use and augment.
But even those documents, when it comes to the actual technologies that they were involved in, these really cutting-edge technologies.
This host set was done in a lodge in Salt Lake.
Are very ambiguous. They can be interpreted in several ways. Now, I think in part it's because the good stuff has not been released yet.
You clumsy poop! What'd you do that for?
Or it hasn't even been found yet.
Right. Get away from me, you horse's ass!
There are mysterious deaths associated with some of this documentation.
And I know this might sound a little nuts, sir.
No, it doesn't, because I have a possible answer. Let me, again, give you the three possibilities with this. First of all, we filmed this in a Masonic lodge. Old Masonic lodge built in the 1800s, okay? It was a very weird place, and that's why we filmed there, you know?
Okay.
And I have always had strong feelings that these Masonic lodges knew something and were passing on something, you know, down through time that we needed to know. I've never really pursued that or gotten to the bottom of it. Maybe I'll do a show.
Right, you're not a Freemason or nothing, though.
No. But I'm not a Freemason, but I'm relatively inexpensive. Think about this. Here's the thing you have to understand. My day starts at 3:30 in the morning.
Wow.
7 days a week. And I'm never tired of it. To this day, I get up at 3:30 every morning. And obviously, I'm still talking to you this minute at night.
Right.
So
fresh too.
No, we filmed it at a Masonic lodge. Every night we left there. Someone could have come in and added photos and rearranged things, and we would have filmed them the next day.
The Nazis and the Masons. The Nazis and the Masons. The Nazis and the Masons.
you know, it's exactly that kind of thing that really started to convince me that some of the conspiracy and cover-up stories that we were doing on the show actually had more meat to them than I thought they did.
Yes.
Accessing data. Affirmative.
But you know, you put your finger right on it. Those are the things that have always interested him. What's going on behind the surface of the things that we can see? You know, those are the stories that he's always been interested in telling. And so UFO Diaries was a real natural.
Is there any way maybe I can get copies of these images that were used, or am I being out of my bounds of, I don't mean disrespect?
No, I think these are in the crate somewhere right next to the Ark of the Covenant.
Accessing data. Accessing data. Accessing data.
So, well, who caught this? I mean, I'm thinking about how many people working on the show looked at these pictures.
I did. It seems to be I'm the only one.
Yeah.
And well, hey, all these years later, all the power, right?
Yeah. But that's yeah. But I think that's something to be proud of. That's a keen eye. Because I don't think any of us working on the show noticed that these pictures have face in different places.
All right.
Accessing data. Affirmative.
Richard Hoagland, it would be a big help to him too, because he is interested in knowing more about these images too, and he wishes that he could join us tonight, but pressing matters were at hand.
Well, you said the magic words there, because like I said before, I just feel like I owe him something.
Program complete. You may enter when ready.
But I am thinking somebody in production knows what happened to all those photos.
What you're telling me is something I didn't know. I didn't know that we had photos that no one has ever seen. I mean, I just assumed, like Lee Shackleford did, that we got them from Hoagland, we got them from NASA, and there you are. I mean, one of them's going to say, yeah, those are ours.
Program complete. You may enter when ready.
We got them from Hoagland, we got them from NASA, and there you are. I mean, one of them's going to say, yeah, those are ours. This is a small crew with a small budget.
Oh, that I understand.
So you're talking Joe Stedich, and you're talking Bill Cornford, our cameraman, Henning Schillerup, and, a lighting technician, and, so, maybe 8-10 people.
Right.
Plus the host is at its biggest, but at its smallest, it's 3 people just filming an interview with someone,
Right.
And Joe and Bill, just the 2 of them, single-handedly, were doing all the sets that we did for the host. And the only sets we did were for the host. And so Joe and Bill put, a lot of different, I think we put a Sphinx in there, and we had a lot of different props, because we had 13 of them. We filmed all 13 host sequences in 2 days. And so what we would do was we'd move it around to make it more interesting, or okay, we don't want to see that again because we already saw that in the last episode, so do it a little differently here and do it a little differently there, and throw up some other pictures and stuff like that. Now, mind you, I'm personal friends with each and every one of them. I mean, we worked together for years. So several of the guys have passed away that worked on that show, but we all worked together for years. Went on after that, continued doing other shows together. Some of the people are still with me to this day. And so when you put forward to me that there's some kind of plan with the arranging of the photos and all that, I remember. I was there, and we go, no, Joe, we've already seen that. What else you got? What else you got? Throw this up, throw that up. Pull this big thing over here. Go see what this lodge has that we can add to make it look weirder, And so if there is, in fact, a code, number one,